And we're good. Alright, hello. Welcome back. So last night the game crashed again, but that time it was a good 3:30 in the morning my time, and it was definitely time to go to bed. So while I've been dinking around with recording to get it to work, I've thrown this trash can at this poor sign. Anyways, we're gonna move on with life. So I forgot what had happened. We smooth talk the Russian guy. We're like, hey, nah, man, we cool. So like, we did that, and we closer to the mic here. I was far away last time. We got a bit closer to that, and then what happened? Then something happened. I caused panic. I think I was trying to hack something in like broad daylight, like a doofus. So that had happened, but we're gonna move on today.
Huh, look at that.
Jaka odpowiedź z centrali?
Yeah,
Keep your eyes open.
that's cool. Oh, I'm getting some massive. What the hell is that? Like a club? Whoa, it's like destroying my FPS. All right. So let's see. I gotta go in here. Hello.
Oh, hello.
What's with me? Oh. Apparently,
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant?
You're heading into TF-29 already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
getting things done. Plant the whisper chip. Hello, my name is Adam Jensen. I'm not here to. Oh my god. This place is killing my FPS. Alright, there we go. That's weird.
Adam Jensen, please report to Peter Chang's office. Adam Jensen to Peter Chang's office.
No!
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, how are you? Yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now and meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
Oh, cool. I'm part of the internet now.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
Okay. So there's that. But I have a key card. Thought I had a key card. Oh, I got the thingy. Oh, that's right. I was gonna save it, right? Or yeah. Just gonna save it, right? Yeah, boom. I'll do that. I think hacking's kind of important. I thought I.
I think Singh's got... Give us a minute.
Oh,
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
Agent Jensen! Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again. In civvies, at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome. But I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. I would feel safer if we'd been able to shut down that signal booster at the hotel.
Yeah, my bad.
But I would feel safer if I took the test job. You see is what I do. We need to find out who hit us. And the Jinn will be looking too.
Could they get a bead on our gate crashers faster than TF-29?
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
Excuse me.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered the weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Yeah.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
I guess the transit authority isn't in as much of a hurry as you are then.
Nothing.
It is Jensen, yes?
Oh.
I hate this. I really hate this.
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot could happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You checked with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
Damn.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. Singh may be able to dig up more for me once he's back in Basra with the Jinn. Just hope his cover isn't fucked, since you couldn't be bothered to disable that comms booster.
The way I remember the briefing, McCready, disabling the comms booster wasn't the op. Stopping the sale of black market weapons and AUGs was.
Fair enough, Jensen. You got me there. Anyways, look. With Singh's contacts in the desert, maybe something will ping on these gold-masked jokers and we'll nail them quick. Probably just another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
Alright, fine, brah.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys isn't gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you.
There we go. I'm comfortable.
I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it was very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. That everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Tick.
Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be. The
I'd
best
probably get mad if I try and break this account. Wait, look at this.
around the clock, around the world.
You know what?
Always watching.
Fuck your TV. I don't want your fucking booze. I don't know what booze does in this game. Isn't there a pistol? I don't need a pistol. I got a pistol. Flip it. Damn. Alright, so talk to me.
Think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
Shooting competition.
Leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Odelay complex. Dr. Rucker claims his
File it
organization is peaceful and merely seeks
I've run
to ensure
DNA
the
checks
rights
through all
of
the
the
alphabet
augmented in a
agencies.
world that has
Nothing.
turned against them.
By
But
mission.
with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act
Alright.
in a matter of weeks,
Wait,
could the good doctor be changing his tune?
that's only
Your
male.
guess
Okay.
is as good as mine. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you.
Dude, this dude likes a lot of cereal.
Icus News.
Augment chews. Delicious.
And impartial reporting. And now for
Froggy.
events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom?
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
It can be. Underground
I guess the
websites
transit
and
authority
media
isn't in as much
stations
of a hurry as you are then.
Juggernaut collective.
I already talked to you.
Vigilante
I'm scheduled to return from the dead at 0:30 Omani time.
Maybe the connection is that there is. We know state police aren't above.
My boss hasn't checked in for days. It occurs to me that he might be buried somewhere in the rubble.
Ah, Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100
Saying it
credits.
was faulty
So I hope his incursion with the gin lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money. You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and augs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
Step up and do it. Preemptive action would be great.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly.
I've run
Yeah,
DNA
I noticed.
through all the alphabet.
Maybe
right
whoever's
now, I
in
think
charge
I'll let
Otar
them-
Botkavelli. This guy's a classic. They don't make many like him anymore. Sharp mind, a real businessman. One of those
Just wish
gangsters who
someone
thinks that
would nut
crime is
up
a
and take the
necessary
balloon.
evil, you know? If it's gonna happen,
Thanks.
he's there to
Keep
make sure
digging.
people have respect and make good money. Good business. Ah, the Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his
What
death
I
in the
hear,
Ruzika bombing,
explosives
he was
were
a
designed to
high-placed
get
member of the
maximum
Diwali
spread.
crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond.
Listening to
Between
this
you and me,
police chatter?
I suspect that
Oh
he's
my
a
God, it's a
Khan,
comedy of
a
errors.
spy that watches the Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss.
I don't even know where to start with
Maybe the
theorizing
connection
percentages.
is that
Ah,
there
the
is no
elusive
connection.
Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work. Driven
I highly
and
doubt
ruthless.
whoever did this
When he came up,
bothered to stick
he was the
around.
youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way.
Keep digging. We're advising people to stay at home, so someone has to be the example.
Ah, Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Solar.
It would be easier if someone would just step up and do it.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn.
I'll nail it.
Real name's Solar. Works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented
Just
and
wish
parades his
someone
AUGs
would nut
around
up and take the
wherever and
balloon.
whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
Damn.
I would have thought you'd had your fill of these guys since Dubai, Jensen.
Keep digging.
The Jinn, a group of smugglers led by twin brothers, Salar and Wasim Alam. Their exact base of operations is
love to hear
unknown,
you
but
from
it's most likely in Muscat, Oman.
dice, not our
The
show.
brothers Alam have been in operation since 2020 and have greatly expanded their operations since then, recruiting mercenaries, ex-military, nationalistic agitators, and other colorful criminal agitators from Afghanistan, Iran, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the surrounding region. They deal in drugs, weapons, medical implants,
What I
AUGs,
hear,
and they
the
occasionally
explosives
throw
were
in some
designed to
human
get
trafficking.
maximum spread.
Huh.
I'd rather not say what this
Our arms dealer Shepard,
I'll
aka
nail it.
John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And
I
as is
highly
typical
doubt
for those
whoever
ex-Bell
did
Tower
this
employees,
bothered.
he's been
DNA
selling
checks
off old
for all
Bell
the
Tower
alphabet.
tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold
I
mask
don't
guys in
even know
Dubai.
where to start with theorizing percentages.
You've heard of these
easier if
guys.
someone would just
ARC,
step
or
up
the
and do
Augmented
it.
Rights
Security over
Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker soon after the AUG incident when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. Things seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge.
Maybe whoever's in
Hey.
charge doesn't want anyone to
Dr. Talos Rucker, former limb clinic doctor and current leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition. Rucker has chosen to leave his native Germany and to live in the
Composition
Utelek
can tell us
complex
a
near
lot, but it's
Prague
the
as a
trigger that really
protest to
doesn't
draw
tell us.
attention to the
You
upcoming
think one
Human
of them will
Restoration
pop
Act
up on
vote.
some list?
Rucker is a
You think one of them
pacifist
will
and
pop
believes
up
that
on
what is
some
happening in
list?
Prague is what will happen all over the world if the Restoration Act becomes law.
I close my eyes, but all I see is strings of code swirling on my lids.
Okay. I guess I can't tell.
Negative.
now.
They're saying it was
Last
faulty
night, the
wiring.
collective
Here we
coalition
go,
tax
the
returns
Church of the Machine
continued
God,
to
and to some, the Church of the Machine,
It may be some
without the
weird
God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God.
wanna be caught in a
This
dragnet.
group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There
love
are
to
a
get a
lot
look
of
at the
contradictory
bonfire
reports on
myself.
who they are and what
Nice.
they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses
never gonna
and
be
become
the kind
one
to
with the
broadcast
machine
that
god through a
sweatshop
ritual they call
during the halftime
Ascension.
Am I hearing things? Are you two actually
Samizdat
crazy?
is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them.
Oh. Okay.
They don't care about
Janus.
your
I mean, what can you say about him?
think one
Or
of them will
her.
pop up on
Nobody
some
really
list
knows who or what
Maybe
Janus
whoever's
is.
in charge
But what
doesn't
many
want
believe
anyone
is
to
that
pop
Janus
up
is running the most dangerous
I don't even
hacking
know
group
where to
in the
start with
world,
theorizing
attacking
percentages.
corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
I've run DNA checks through all
The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective. What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. God, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet. And that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus. The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's a rumor that the Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into.
Alright, you fucking nerd, you bore me. I think that's basically everything.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking. Listening to this police chat?
Huh. Little door.
Oh my God, it's rubbing through the error for hours. Still nothing.
Jensen, My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
Okay.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
Yeah, good idea.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason.
Such as?
Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
Oh, okay.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced?
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
Dick.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof. No Christmas party.
Oh, no Christmas party? Well, shit.
I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
It's actually me, isn't it?
Alright. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker Snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hlavny. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now? The constant buried alive feeling? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
Okay.
It'd be easier if someone would just step up and do it.
Crafting bricks, I'll take those. So in terms of missions, those aren't missions. Those aren't missions. I have to plant the chip, but I don't have the thing. Confront. I already did that. I guess I did, but I guess I have to call him back. Let's go to the shooting range. No, all these people talk way too much.
Report to the briefing room. You to the briefing room. Report to Agent Creed. Fully urgent.
Enter the shooting range. Well, you gotta take your coat off when you shoot your guns? I thought your coat carried the guns.
So, you've decided you need some practice, huh?
Bang. Bang. Oh.
You know the best tip my training officer ever gave me? Reload your weapon before it's empty. Saves time. If you zoom in using iron sight, you'll acquire targets faster. Try it. You'll see the difference.
I need the one that makes my guns more stable.
Of course, you know a headshot is the fastest way to take down a target. But watch out for helmets. They'll slow you down. Okay, if your target is wearing armor, you'll do less damage per round.
There we go. Just took a few thousand shots.
See how many rounds it takes to get through? Let's try armor piercing this time. Easier, right? Remember that, Agent. The right tool for the right situation. Could save your life. Now, let's take a look at the technical targets. These are tougher to disable using regular ammo. They tell me shooting security devices isn't usually the best way to go. You should try to disable them. Once you've disabled a security device, your armor-piercing rounds will take it out more easily. You should always have at least one backup weapon, so you can improvise, adapt, overcome any situation.
Yeah, trust me, I'll be doing that.
Seems like you're warmed up now. Let's go over some of the other aspects of your weapons. how silencers reduce sound, but the trade-off is less stopping power, less damage per hit.
Yeah, well, that happens.
See how much extra ammo you need because of the silencer? Back to normal. But if you need to be quiet, Adam, the silencer's the way to go. Just remember the decreased damage. You know, there are several other types of attachments you can use to upgrade your weapons. Keep your eyes open for them.
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Customize. Where's the... Oh.
Again, reloading your weapon before it's empty saves time.
That's pretty strong.
The pistol in full auto will take down targets fast, but it'll burn through your ammo.
Yeah, I can see that. There we go.
That's your refresher, but I'm sure you already knew all that stuff, Adam. Feel free to come back anytime.
Oh, that was easy. Gotta put my jacket back on with all my other guns and shit. Oh, it's all back.